No, yes, whoa,
You were
whoa,
just
whoa.
screaming, play the video. You told me to
just said
shut
I wasn't
up.
moderating my community and claiming that
you screamed to shut up and play the video. So I'm going to ask you to return the favor at this moment. You claimed that you didn't watch. Here's what you said about BadEmpanada. You lied to me and said you don't watch his videos because he asked you not to. Magically, when he started talking about me, you became his biggest fan, and you watch his videos on your stream regularly, which has resulted in an explosion of his popularity. Here's what you said about him a year before this conflict.
Banana video on
nice shirt,
stream.
by the way.
I'm just letting you guys know. If you think I'm gonna fucking watch a YouTube essay from a dude literally openly antagonistic towards me watching fucking YouTube videos, you're out of your fucking mind, okay? You think I want him to write like 700 hours worth of new YouTube essays about how I have wronged him? I don't want that. I don't want that at all, okay?
Day genocide propaganda will come.
Wait,
thanks for watching.
That's in the clip,
Free
Ethan.
Palestine.
You keep doing this thing.
Thanks for watching.
The clip.
Yeah, go support this.
I'm playing the clip. Just chill out.
I said it. I told you why I wasn't watching that Empanada.
Oh my God, Hasan, you're talking over the clip. You need to let it play, okay? You're making the clip unwatchable.
Mine, okay? You think I want him to write?
Bro, it's just a minute long. You can chill for a minute.
Will come. Thanks for watching. Free Palestine. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, go support this dipshit that I do appreciate, regardless of my disagreements with him.
That's you now.
On his optics and the ways that he conducts himself with regular frequency.
Link to his
because
Patreon.
ultimately, his product, his YouTube essays, as a standalone entity, is always solid. Rick's such a fucking freak, dude. Oh my lord, he is such a goddamn freak. He is the most insane person. He has like 7,000 accounts. I just said I have an official blockade on BadEmpanada videos on this broadcast while I'm live. That's number one. And number two, he's not just mean on Twitter. He is a psychopath, okay? The idea that he's just...
correct.
By the way, the guy who's a psychopath, who's not just mean on Twitter, who has 7,000 accounts, as you say, is somebody that you gleefully platform his videos about me. So I'm just saying, your community doesn't do harassment, right? Let's just promote BadEmpanada, who literally exists to harass people by your own fucking definition.
None of the things that you just showed
is ridiculous. He is not just
you're doing it right now.
Most insane person on Twitter. Yeah, let me go watch a video about a dude who constantly talks about how I'm fucking a reactionary fake socialist because I watch people's videos. That seems like a good idea. It's age restricted, which means there's like TOS violations galore in there. Fucking BadEmpanada. The cringiest, like, classic angry leftist who never shuts the fuck up and is just angry at the entire planet. Anyway, let's continue.
Why is he a terrorist? He's an Arab in Yemen. Why else would he be a terrorist, right? Someone who, by the way,
yes,
like, what terrorist attack has he?
By the way, you couldn't even watch a fucking 7-minute video of me actually defending you to your audience because that would kind of betray the narrative that you presented.
It's almost done. It's almost done.
He would perhaps benefit tremendously if I did watch his YouTube videos on this channel, but I'm never gonna fucking do that.
So you said he would. He would benefit tremendously if I watched him, but I will never fucking do that until he starts shitting on Ethan. By the way, my community doesn't harass people.
That's not true. Let me explain to you
absolutely, provably, empirically true.
Do you want to hear my perspective, or do you want to fucking just keep playing clips that your production team put together? Okay, so BadEmpanada.
Sorry for preparing.
No, there's no problem with that. I mean, you're still doing a horrible job at it, but it's all good.
We'll see.
So BadEmpanada is crazy. I still say that. He attacks me all the fucking time. He says I'm a Jewish exceptionalist Zionist. Okay, like there's disagreements that I have with BadEmpanada. There's disagreements with his tactics, as I've shown in that video, as I've said in that video. There's disagreements with the way he presents himself. But if you notice in that video, I also said something. His work on YouTube. Okay, his work on his YouTube essays stands alone. BadEmpanada.
What about his videos attacking me? Are those is that part of his great body of work?
BadEmpanada on his YouTube essays, especially when it's issue specific, are actually very instructive.
Then why are you watching ones called Ethan Klein is a Zionist baby killer? Why are you watching that one? Is that part of his master body of collection? Is that part of the Criterion collection there, buddy? Why does okay, it is good. Why does BadEmpanada role play hunting Hila and killing her in video games?
Have I ever said that I think that's appropriate?
I think no, of course not. But what you are doing is endorsing this guy.
Do I agree with you that BadEmpanada is crazy and also does crazy shit because he's a fucking scraggly internet troll who is, once again, as a separate, you know, you like to compartmentalize Israel proper from doing a genocide. I like to compartmentalize the content that I'm consuming from a guy who I do think is doing well-sourced, well-researched YouTube essays, who also happens to be a fucking freak.
Ethan Klein is a Zionist dog, and by the way, I want to kill his wife.
The reason why that blockade ended, and I've watched other videos that are not related to you from BadEmpanada in the past on this broadcast as well.
How many?
The reason why that blockade ended.
How many have you watched not about me?
What?
How many videos of his have you watched that are not about me?
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
Have no idea.
Maybe one.
I've watched a fuck ton though. I've watched a fuck ton of BadEmpanada videos.
And are most of them about me?
No, no, not all of them are about you.
Actually, this segues perfectly. You claim I'm obsessed with you. That's part of the narrative, right?
This is me claiming that, Ethan. I think at this point, a lot of people see it, right?
Very good. Well, let's see. Ugh, God damn it. Well, I got to refresh this. So here's an example from one of these clip channels. These are all different clips, right? Over a 2-month period, there's edited down 24 hours of you talking about me. 24 hours. That's over the.
These are most likely.
Hold on.
These are fan channels.
Let me. Over 60-day period. That's 24 minutes per day.
Ethan, these are fan channels. This is disingenuous. You are presenting the same. You're presenting.
Okay, first of all, I'm just showing how much you talk about me on stream. Second of all, that the fan channel defense is a. Let me finish. The fan channel thing is a clever part of your disinformation campaign to avoid any responsibility. And the fact is, if I wanted to show all your fan channels, this is how many fucking videos was uploaded about me in the last 22 days. You think that's regular? You think that's regular?
Ethan, I have no control over my fan channels. What do you mean? You're literally showing the same. I say one thing on
66
on my Twitch
videos
stream.
about me.
I say one thing on my Twitch stream. Fan channels make the video of the same thing over and over again.
It's all part, so you don't ever have to accept responsibility.
A lot more than it actually is, but it's actually the same fucking video.
Yeah. No. Well, so yeah, this is the no.
It's the same moment.
No. This has same moments. The last one does not.
The same moment multiplied.
No, this one does not have this
photo.
No, this one does not have the same moments. This one is unique. Times you talked about me on your stream. Well, why are you to deny that you talked about me for 24 hours of unedited content the past 2 months, 24 minutes per day, 7 days a week?
For the past 2 months.
Yes, 24 minutes a day.
I don't deny that. Probably.
Okay, so because
I think you are up until this very moment, you have presented yourself as someone who is actually playing a formative role in deplatforming pro-Palestinian content creators. That was the reason why I'm having this conversation with you. Also, now. I'm glad that you brought up the obsession.
Do you think this is reasonable?
I have some numbers as well.
Hold on, you're accusing me of being obsessed, Hasan. Is this reasonable? Or is this obsessed behavior? At what point does it become obsessed behavior? At 30 minutes per day? Because I don't talk about you that much, not even close.
Ethan, I have some information as well to present to you.
Go ahead. And by the way, just take this in, okay?
On your Instagram stories alone, since January 1st, 2025. Hold on. Let me pull this up really quickly. You have on your Instagram stories, not including clips, since January 31st, you have mentioned me 110 times.
What? Based on what? I don't believe that.
On your Instagram
wait, hold on.
story
From what period?
posts
From what period of time?
January 31st.
Hold on. Since what date?
No, that's you, not fan channels.
I'm asking you for what date?
Instagram.
What's your date? What's the date? I'm asking.
January 31st.
2023?
January 31st on your Instagram stories.
What year?
Not including clips.
What year?
You have mentioned
what year?
me. 2025.
So you're saying I storied about you 100 times this year? That's an absolute fucking lie. Show me the evidence of that. Show me your evidence. I've got pictures. What do you got? I talked about you 110 times. Show me.
Clips. You have basically 1.2 posts per day about me, 9 stories per week.
Where are you? Show me the evidence.
We tabulated it. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the dump. Oh, no.
Son,
it's shocking. It shocked you, it seems.
Sure, yeah. But this isn't a... somehow, by the way, this doesn't surprise you. 66 videos about me. in the last 2
Ethan,
months. They're not my channels. They operate with
Instagram
your
stories.
approval,
When you
under your
look at
direction. It's part of your disinfo campaign to avoid responsibility. It's so obvious.
Within the context, it's almost always within the context of you literally fucking Houthi. When are we in agreement?
Hassan, you say
called me stupid, and I said my video is bad.
You're streaming it,
but
bro.
wait.
You're streaming the hate videos. You're streaming. This is what you stream. I make a
Ethan, your
story.
entire fucking stream is a hate video. What are you talking about? Your entire subreddit is a hate subreddit against me, which is fine. You want to do that? You can do that. That's precisely the reason why Reddit literally got back to you when you fucking cried to them about the snark channels and said, "What are you talking about? You basically have a harassment channel on Reddit. How are you complaining about this?" Not only that, but you also tried to sue anonymous Redditors to dox them.
When did I try to sue? Whoa.
You wanted to dox them to their families.
What? This is on your
frivolous lawsuits to Redditors, to anonymous Redditors, knowing full well that they would be scared into submission. You also posted about that on your Instagram stories.
Can anonymous Redditors defame you and harass you? Can anonymous posters who literally posted they doctored posts, posted it on our subreddit saying I was banning people who are wishing a happy Ramadan. Okay, and that went viral.
I don't even know what the deal was. I don't even know what the fuck that was about.
Well, it's an outright lie. Hold on, dude. Let me respond.
Did you or did you not get your lawyer?
You need to stop because I'm going to.
Did you or did you not get your lawyer to try to bully, extort people that are anonymous Redditors?
Who's extorting?
They said some shit about you.
Bro, let me answer. Are you just going to fucking get? Okay, you want to make this interview unwatchable? Is that your goal? Yeah,
go on.
Kind of, right? So let me talk. These anonymous posters, okay, were showing pictures of the front of our office, organizing to meet there. They were
what?
I know you haven't seen it, but it's true. They have documented. I have proof of them faking a post saying I was banning people wishing Ramadan. That was posted to Snark that went viral in your community. It was picked up by people in your community, leftist Twitter, TikTok, etc. It was an outright lie. It was defamation. And by the way, fuck yeah, those people should be held accountable. You can find
one instance where I've talked about you, Ramadan, whatever the fuck.
I'm explaining the context, dude. You're accusing me of something.
I'm until this moment. What are you talking about,
bro? You're unreal. I'm explaining the context. How's that weird? You accuse me of something. I'm explaining why.
Because you're saying that I'm responsible for this I have no fucking clue.
No, I'm not.
What you're talking about. I only saw the litigation.
Hassan, is it ever okay to sue a random Redditor for a reason? Is there ever a good reason?
There could be.
Okay, very good. Well, they were fucking.
Do you think? Okay. About this
great.
instance,
it's not that crazy then.
One of the redditors that you sued.
I didn't sue anyone.
Not only did you sue for copyright infringement,
Hassan, you're lying. You are absolute. Hold on, you're lying. So
in
you have
the process
to stop.
of suing them for copyright infringement, your lawyer demanded such insane things. Your only option to avoid litigation: you provide our office with all correspondence you've had with the moderators of H3SHOW. You provide our office with all correspondence you've had with other H3SHOW users. You provide our office with all correspondence you have had with Reddit.
Why?
What does that mean?
Do you know why?
You provide our office with information regarding the identities of H3SHOW moderators.
Do you know why?
What does that mean? And then
I'm trying to tell you. You just asked me what does it mean, bro.
If you do not or cannot satisfy all 5 conditions, TEI will sue you for copyright infringement and misrepresentation.
Okay, so first of all,
does your lawyer think that you can just like make people dance?
All right.
If they got him on a copyright
claim? Do you have
claim?
a conversation, or do you want to just talk uninterrupted? I mean, that's what you do every day. Let's have a conversation. Okay. All right.
Sure.
Do you know why we sent them that letter?
I don't.
Well, I mean, do you think that the context might be important?
Sure.
Okay, so then what the fuck are you doing?
I'm listening. I'm waiting for you to explain. Just like you didn't explain why you had 110 Instagram stories, by the way. Which was shocking to even you.
By the way, these people were committing continual copyright infringement. They were posting clips with the stated intention, Hassan, of stealing views from us. This person, we took down the DMC post, and they illegal,
Stealing
erroneously.
views from you how? By
I'm
posting,
sorry. Do you want me to respond? This person
stealing views from you how?
because they
By
say
posting on Reddit?
yes. Duh. What the fuck are you talking about? Really?
So you're admitting that you literally filed a fucking
You
frivolous,
really are stupid.
a frivolous copyright infringement lawsuit.
Do you know what a law?
Fair use.
Do you know the
Ethan
difference between a
Klein
letter and a lawsuit?
Filed a frivolous lawsuit to
not
try
frivolous.
and stop people from criticizing you on Reddit.
Did I say?
Do you know how many people criticize me on my Reddit?
I didn't say
Do you know
criticize.
how many people criticize me on your Reddit?
Oh my god, this is so.
Imagine
pointless.
if I was fucking suing them.
Bro,
How much would you talk about that?
You know what? I want to ask you something. They're posting
Wait,
paywall. They were posting
hold on.
paywalled content and saying, "Watch it here so that you don't
Hold
support
on
Ethan."
now.
Okay,
Hold on
spare
now.
me. Now let me ask you a question because this is fucking dumb. Okay, you always say that whenever. First of all, let me give you a stat.
Mr. Fair Use.
You've watched 11 hate videos about me since this has started. Do you know how many I've watched about you on stream?
Your whole stream is a hate video.
Zero. I have had zero people hold my hand through some obscene hate videos. You've watched 11 of them. Now let me ask you this. Whenever I make a response to these videos, for example, the content cop, you say you don't have time because you need to get to the news, which is something important. Then how the fuck do you have 19 hours straight, uninterrupted, to watch 11 hate videos, but you're not willing to show my response? Don't you think that's a bit cowardly?
No, I don't.
Wow,
Because what's cowardly is ducking me for the past
Ducking you? I'm
4
sitting in
months.
front of you.
When you dropped the content nuke, I said I'm willing to talk to you, and you knew it wasn't
my
going to look
God,
good,
bro.
as
Stupid.
today has demonstrated.
I said just
and
watch
that's precisely why you tried to add additional
watch the
qualifications
video.
to it, like, oh, just watch my video, just watch my
Yeah,
video.
that's super reasonable. Why the fuck would I have a conversation with you about a video you haven't seen?
Because it's me. I'm speaking. I
It's
know
not
the
a
clips
biography. You understand that,
Ethan,
right?
can I ask
Do you
a question
understand
for
the
you?
difference between a biography and a video that's critical of your positions? Do you understand the difference? Hold on. Do you understand? Because I'm not sure you understand.
What's interesting
It's
for
not
all
a
the people who are
biography,
tuning in
Hasan. It's
right
not
now-
about the points in your life about your mom and your dad and growing up with your family. I'm making specific arguments that I've articulated that you have not seen. So how the
very
fuck?
poorly. By the
How
way.
do you know that? You haven't watched it.
Because I'm talking to you.
Because I've watched
And
11
you
hate
haven't-
videos.
And you haven't articulated a single good point yet. But
By the way, I
also,
said I would
I'll
debate
tell
you if you
why.
watched it. It's very simple.
I'll tell you why.
You were dodging
I'll tell
as
you why.
fuck.
Because I responded to your context nuke before the nuke came out.
What you can't provide,
There
by
is
the
a
way.
video on my channel. There's a video on my channel that I urge all of you who are interested to go and watch. It is sitting at like what, 600,000 views? Not that many people watch it as opposed to the content nuke. Okay. In that video, you will notice that months prior to Ethan's context puke, months prior to that, I addressed every single claim he made.
You didn't watch
in
the
his
video. How do you know
do
that?
I have the capacity to?
You didn't watch the video.
Do I have the capacity?
So
to
where'd
see
you
the
get the
future?
list? Do someone send you a list of all my points?
How?
Why not
How
just
did I
watch the
answer
video
all
then?
of his
Why not
questions?
just watch the video? It seems
Wait,
cowardly.
did
You're
I
like,
get a
I
list
don't want
of
to
all
watch
your
the video.
points?
Just send me a
Did I get a
list
list
of
of all
all
your
the
points,
things. So
Ethan?
I don't want to
Ethan?
get my feelings hurt. And maybe
Ethan, you
he was making
consider
a good
yourself,
point.
You have, in
Why
the
not watch the
cringiest ways
video?
possible, considered yourself to be Kendrick Lamar in this beef, this one-sided beef that you created initially.
That's
That I
right.
didn't respond to until you tried to deplatform me and people who are pro-Palestine. Okay,
Who cannot?
So,
by
let
the
me
way,
explain to you
being
something.
pro-Palestine
Why
means
did I
you are
have-
infallible
why
and
did
can
I
never
have
be
all the
criticized. That's
information?
awesome logic.
Why
You
did
want
I
to
have
talk
all
about the content
information
nuke,
that I actually
Hasan?
responded to?
Hasan, you want to talk about the content nuke? Can you name one clip that was out of context? You call it the context puke. Name one clip that was taken out of context. Go ahead.
Watch my video and you'll find out.
Name one.
Watch my video.
Go ahead. It's about me.
No, I'm kidding. I'll show you. Okay. So one of the best examples that we were initially going to get to, and then we went on a long drawn out sequence over
What's out of
sexual
context?
assaults, is that one of the clips that you used, in your context nuke
Mm-hmm.
was the claim that I deny rapes happen. It was from
I showed evidence. That wasn't out of context. That was an opinion.
At the time, that thing that you clipped were me being like, rapes happening do not change the dynamic for me, which was about.
We talked about this, bro. Can we please talk about
hold
something
on,
else?
hold on.
It's exhausting.
That argument, quite literally,
Why are we
was
going
me
over this again, dude?
defending the likelihood of rapes happening,
cares?
Ethan.
I wanna
Do you
talk about
feel like that
something
was an
else.
appropriate way to show
It
that I was
wasn't
a
out of
rape denier?
context, bro. It literally wasn't out of context. What else do you have? I
Do
showed
you feel like? Wait, what do you mean? You can't just say that wasn't out of context.
How was it out of context? How was it out of context?
Because that was an argument that I was having with a chatter who was saying, why don't you deny that rapes have happened? And I was saying, there is a
What about all the other
likelihood
ones?
that they might have happened
What
because
about all the
rapes
other
are
ones?
actually
What
rapes
about all
are
the other
actually
ones?
commonplace. Sexual assault is commonplace
What
in
about all the other
conflicts in
clips?
general. So without evidence, I am not going to immediately dismiss these
What? Okay,
claims.
so here
Do you feel like that was sufficient to show that I was actually that I was actually at that moment saying,
I think I showed sufficient evidence, yes. But the video's an hour and 40 minutes long. It's very long.
Wait,
That's
so-
one
so you do
example. That's
recognize
one
that
small.
was out of context.
What else is out of context? Go on.
Okay, great. All right. Let me give you the master list. Okay. If you want to watch the context of it, we can also go through these videos as well, or you can just take my word for it. Up to you. What do you want to do? You want to go through the videos one by one, or do you want
give me examples that was out of context?
Okay. One of the other things that you've consistently done, aside from also the dude that you claimed was my fan, who now you admit wasn't my fan, that you falsely slept. You falsely said was my fan.
Jiminy fucking cricket.
Okay, was the usage of the term inbred. I use inbred as a wait, what?
Because I have that. Because I knew you were going to do this, and I have the clip pulled. Let's play it, and then you can
play it. The Jewish KKK brigades out there, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred white supremacist guy you can imagine. Okay, every week there was another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Oh, these inbred fucking douchebags in the background, dude. A nation entirely comprised of messianic, inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths. That these inbred don't understand. Educated, inbred, fundamentalist hicks.
Calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs outside of campus.
Untrained, inbred asses shipped into southern Lebanon, telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture.
You want to?
You gotta watch these clips too.
Inbred, inbred.
Happy birthday from Twitch, Hasan.
The clips there, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and defend your continual use of the word inbred to describe Jewish people. Go on.
Wait, do you think I'm describing all Jewish people as inbred? Is that what your assessment is here?
Microaggressions, my friend. We're pretending they don't exist. You
up, dude.
You continually refer to Jewish people as inbred.
You are such a pussy. Oh my god. Yeah, dude.
I mean,
of course I'm calling the fucking Kahanis Jewish supremacist settlers inbred. Why is it that you tried to defend the actual Kahanis settlers that were destroying humanitarian aid? When I was calling them fucking inbred, you were like, oh, why? They're just nice young Jewish boys, you said, when describing that fucking video.
Did you so again, Hasan, you have a chronic problem with the truth. Here's what you're talking about.
Douchebags in the background,
These are just
dude.
dudes.
By the way, this is the difference between me and
the same
Hasan.
clip again.
When I get criticized, I pull it up and I watch the fucking criticism. Hasan opens Comrade KC tweets and Snark posts and reads their interpretation of my video.
Talk about being a pussy. You need people to hold your hands.
Let's fucking be real here.
Yeah, I'm so scared of you. That's why I wanted to debate you.
And this is an ongoing joke with this community. These are just fucking benign dudes. Just I don't know what the fuck they're doing. It looks like they're doing charity or something. It looks like they've got water or boxes or something, like they're helping. And he's going, oh, look at these inbred fucks. It's like, bro, who are you? What are you? By the way, even if they're doing whatever bad, you're still calling Jewish people inbred repeatedly.
You understand that, right?
Rubs off on
They're
people.
Fucking Nazis.
That doesn't make it
What's
any
wrong
less
with you? They're participating single-handedly in a genocide.
Continually to Jewish people as inbred, bro. You don't think that can affect people?
I call all racist right-wing reactionaries inbred. It's one of the fucking terms that I can use that isn't like immediately slammed.
How about one that doesn't feed into like an anti-Semitic trope? Why did you laugh when that guy said that people were calling them inbred on campus? Why was that funny?
What? What do you mean? Because it's a fucking cry bully claiming that he was a victim
He was
of
walking
harassment.
through campus.
What?
He was walking through campus. How's he a cry bully?
No, he's a cry bully for going on Fox to be like, I was under attack. I was victimized once again.
What was the bully aspect?
What do you mean? When someone
To be a cry bully, there needs to be a bully aspect. Where's the bully aspect?
Have you literally left your goddamn Bel Air mansion for a second and looked at the news? Do you know what's going on? An entire year of genocide side by side with people claiming that Jews are being victimized on college campuses has now led to the fucking Gestapo literally packing up pro-Palestinian student activists. You don't think that those fucking dipshits played a role in that on Fox News of all places? What the fuck is wrong with you? Of course you're not pro-Palestine. This is the reason why nobody thinks you're pro-Palestine, okay? Because you do this dumb shit. Because you can't fucking see the world outside of how you feel slighted by.
So you're saying people think I'm pro-Palestine because I don't like your repeated use of the word inbred against Jews?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you're running defense for Kahanists who are literally
I'm not defending them.
Nazis.
I'm attacking you. How is me saying why
you are fucking crying about me calling Nazis inbred in the process of them destroying humanitarian aid, going into Gaza,
all the clips?
And then you're going, they look like kind boys.
Yeah, I took it back immediately.
They look like nice boys that were just holding the humanitarian aid. How do you assume that people
I literally
won't see
took
that
it back
and go,
immediately.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I admit I was wrong and took it back immediately when I learned the context. Do you know how that works?
Oh my God, there's a lot more. Do you want to keep going?
Have you
piece by piece?
No, it's fucking boring.
Now it's boring.
Because because you're a chronic liar.
Well,
I went back.
Maybe I wasn't afraid of the context nuke. Okay,
I went back.
Maybe I wasn't afraid of it, but I was worried that you were gonna fucking clip shit out of context and keep chirping to your audience and lie to them. And now you can't lie to them. And all of a sudden, lo and behold, half of the fucking shit that we've talked about, you backtracked on. Maybe that's the reason why people think you're fucking pro-Israel at a time when you say that they're doing a genocide.
You said that the Houthi Luffy was not a pirate.
He's not.
Or I'm sorry, not Houthi affiliated.
He's not. But even if he was, I wouldn't care. I hope you understand that.
Because that's rewriting history.
I'm gonna say this very clearly.
No, it's not that you cared. It's that you fucking glazed him up. I'm gonna say this very clearly to you right now. 10 toes down. Are you ready for this? Go ahead.
I believe what the Houthis are doing in terms of stopping Israel doing a genocide, to implement a blockade on the Red Sea is a good thing. 10 toes fucking down. They are on the morally right side. Don't you also think they're on the morally right side?
What have they done?
You're supposed to.
Hold on.
You're saying that it's a genocide.
What have they done?
What the fuck are they supposed to do?
They hijacked a boat that had nothing to do with Israel? Like fucking
That's
bravo.
Not true. That's not true.
Really? What was that? What did it have to do with Israel?
It was literally owned by an Israeli.
It was partially owned. Is a big multi-conglomerate company that was partially owned by an Israeli.